Valley Club, how many cells can you escape from in the brand new tower mode? Are the Horsemen events a good thing or a bad thing for new and mid-game players? And how good is this Hivemind team gonna be? We're answering these questions and more in this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. This week, I am joined by my brother, DorkyDad. And if you're ready for it, brother DorkyDad, let him know what to do.
Let's go smash it.
Oh yeah, and welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin, this is DorkyDad, and this is your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. We do this every week, covering everything of importance in Marvel Strike Force, everything that is coming up, everything that happened over the past week. And if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content, at least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel, news videos, question and answer videos, gameplay, reveal videos, everything to help you in Marvel Strike Force. But before we get into all the news, how are you, DorkyDad? It has been a while. I looked at my last message to you. I didn't realize how long it has been. So how is your new year? How was your holidays, my brother?
It's been good. You know how it is. We got the 3 kids, so it's always busy. I was starting to get a little bit lonely. I was like, man, Valley's doing a lot of videos, and I haven't been hit up. Did I insult him? Is this his New Year resolution to stay away from me? What's going on? But I'm happy to be here.
You've been on my stream. I've been on your streams. We've been chatting. We just haven't spoken to each other. So I'm glad you're doing good. You had a good holidays, and glad the kids are keeping you on your toes. But how are you enjoying Marvel Strike Force? Are you ready to escape from Kyln?
Yeah. I think new mode's always fun, right?
All right, let's get into that. But before we do that, I do want to ask you about this new CC dance that chat was asking you about. I told him DorkyDad was on the news this morning. It was like, all right, you got to ask about the CC dance. What is this CC dance?
Well,
I like what you're doing. I thought that was it. I was like, yeah, I like it.
That is it. When you're losing a lot, if you move around and you sing a super song, you don't rage, except on the inside. You keep it all bottled up. It's the way to do it.
Maybe that's what I gotta do. I was very salty this morning in Cosmic Crucible. It did not go well.
You gotta dance your feelings away, man. You gotta dance away.
It's like if I knew what I know now, I could have went back and did a few different attacks. It's very frustrating, but it's like I feel you. I gotta do that dance. But let's talk about this mode. The escape from Kyln, not Cosmic Crucible. We'll get into that. Okay. Escape from Kyln. I was able to get to floor 34 in the test account. I did not play this much on my real account. Looks very, very challenging. I started getting some challenge around node 19, but for me, the challenging part was the legendary characters, gear 18. I did not have enough of them to get through this, but you had a successful run this morning, not on your big account, on your newer account. So tell me about what happened in your escaping from Kyln.
Yeah, so we were able to clear it. I didn't have to use Morgan Le Fay because we didn't have the osmium for that. I was able to get through that.
That's good.
I used Nova, Goblin, and Omega Red for the first node, Archangel, Red Hulk, and then I subbed in other people for the next 2 nodes. Able to get through like that. I didn't have to build up Iron Man Infinity War for the tech section. I just used Darkhawk again because the osmium. And then in the villain bio section, which is the hardest section, it's really Skrull plus friends, but there are some friends that are better than others. I already had Moonstone and Titania done. I used them and Juggernaut to get through the 3 nodes. The stun from Moonstone was great.
Let me ask you about that. Is it possible without Zombie Juggernaut? I didn't invest totally this past Halloween for Zombie Juggernaut. Is it even possible? I got the super-skrull as big as you can get right now, but I don't know. So I haven't been through that. I couldn't get through there on a test server.
He did very, very little compared to Moonstone and Titania. He was kind of just a warm body on the last node. If I had taken more time on that second node, kept my Titania alive, then I think I would have been fine with just those 3 characters.
I'm hearing Abomination is very good in that last section as well. Have you tried anything with Abomination in that last IO villain section?
I haven't, but he's got a stun. He seems like he would be very good until the last node where there's a super-skrull. He'd give a lot of buffs to the super-skrull, a lot of speed rather. But I mean, that super-skrull could also die very quickly. So he'd probably be okay. But Venom is by far the second best villain bio character with the rework. The speed that he gets, the buff flipping, the ability blocks, the spreading debuffs, he's definitely the second best. So if you only have enough alien spores, do him.
I want to talk about another character to take alien spores. We got another villain bio character that just got a rework in Carnage. Is that a character that you've tested out, and do you think he's worth taking up?
No,
not at all. Okay. So just Venom.
Listen, if
Venom
you have
Skrull.
Venom and Skrull for sure. If you are bleeding alien spores out of your eyeballs because you just visited the moon, then you can take Carnage. Otherwise, I think Titanium Moonstone do a lot more interesting things.
Okay.
I think you want to save that alien spores for other characters. On the test server, I did use Venom Carnage. They will survive every single node. They will barely get in trouble, but that doesn't seem like a reasonable use of your resources.
Okay. What do you think about these rewards? Because the first thing I noticed, training mats. I am like starved of these training mats. So just because of this, I'm happy. But as we go down here for some of these more challenging floors, we got red swords for Gambit, and then we start to get diamonds for Gambit. You need to get through the villain section, or excuse me, the legendary section to get these 2-star Gambit. You need to get all of that and get through the bio section for these 3-star Gambits. But what did you think of these rewards? Are you as starved as these training mats as I am, and I'm just looking forward to these training mats and all the other stuff? Or were you wanting some more stuff from these rewards?
So right now, I'm good on training mats because I've whaled out in the past, which meant I built up a surplus, which means when new characters come out, I can just kind of keep up with them. A lot of my account's huge.
I'm jealous of that.
Well, hold on, because when the level cap comes, they could just completely revamp the economy, right? They can start giving us a lot more training materials, but make us need exponentially more. So that's how they could reset and affect someone like my situation. So they're probably nice to get right now. Honestly, the rewards, really, really good. I just started a new account again. So I think like I would love these rewards on that account, even if I could just get the purple gear. I think it'd be good for those type of players. For me, myself, on both accounts, I had Gambit diamonds already. So it's kind of like the fun reward's not there. The responsible rewards are there, which is cool. But the fun reward isn't there. I kind of wish they did like direct diamond promotions as a reward instead of the Gambit.
Oh, you have to get the red stars and build up all that stuff.
Yeah,
that makes sense. All right, what are you expecting as a target floor for most players? I know with your main account and your bigger account, you already beat this thing. What are you expecting for most players? Mid game, and I guess the end game could get through. It depends on where your roster is, but where are most mid and newer players going to get? Like, where are you expecting on your new account to get to on this tower?
Oh, my new account's not going to touch it. My new account is 4 days old. But I saw the tower and I was like, oh, this is cool. Okay. It's new, yeah. If you don't have Apocalypse, I think the villain mutant section is going to stop you in your tracks. Well, it may not stop. It'll be really tough. You'd have to gear up a lot of people, right? Otherwise, the tech section, the hero tech section, if you don't have...
Oh, that was challenging, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have like some good Pegasus members, you need Kestrel Rescue Plus, right? Kestrel Rescue Plus can get you through it. And then after that, the XMen section... If you don't have Nightcrawler, go with God. Just call it a day. But I got through with a 4-star Nightcrawler, which was really cool.
I also did it on a test server. Actually, my Nightcrawler on the test server maybe be a 3. But yeah, I was trying a few different combinations. Gambit, Rogue, Cyclops did okay on the first node. But yeah, I needed Nightcrawler in those next 2 nodes to beat that. So yeah, I think the challenge... the Apocalypse, the villain mutant is where most players are going to stop if they don't have Apocalypse. But still some pretty good rewards at that point. Pretty kind of like a roster check, seeing if you've kept up with the current meta. And I guess the most important thing, how fun are you? How much fun are you having in this mode? I know when I rated you earlier this morning, we were pretty upset with this mode, but since that, you've beaten this all 40 floors. So what is your overall experience with this game?
That's the thing, man. It sucks until it's great, right? Once you win, it's great.
Until you finish it, it sucks.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I really like the idea. I really like the influx of rewards. I think it's good that it's really easy up to like the first 20 floors so that new mid-game players, they're getting some stuff. They're able to play. Stuff. I think that's great.
Get some stuff. It's cool.
The end game floors, I think, were really cool. I had fun figuring it out with Sus and the Titania Moonstone combo. That was actually kind of fun, even though it was frustrating what was happening. But that's just the competitive side of things, right? Like, I'm a competitive person, so when I die, I'm like, oh, I lost. When I die, even though I can restart a million times, I lost. I'm broken up here. I'm too competitive that way. But I like it. I think it's cool. I hope they do it more often. I hope they do it, once every 2 patches. And next time we'll have bio gear, and the time after that we'll have skill gear, whatever else, right?
All right. You brought up another topic that I want to mention. Do you think they are going to bring this back? Because I wanted Sword Satellite to come back. It never came back. Avengers Tower. I don't know where the heck that thing is. They spent all that time making that, and I think we got it, 2 or 3 times. Sword Satellite once. one and done for this one, or we're gonna get this back. I mean, these they could switch up the gambit rewards here, right? Make it a different character. This wouldn't be too crazy for them to do more often, and then switch this Gear 18 pieces from mutant to something else. They could highlight another character, right? They could bring this back. Do you think they will bring this back though?
I don't think they'll bring it back with these floors the way they are. I think they would have to redo the floors, which means
the floors and the rewards.
Yeah, which means I don't think it'll be back anytime soon.
They'll just call it a different thing and revamp everything.
Yeah, between Tower, Sword Satellite, now this Escape from Kyle, I think that we should have one of them every single patch. If they need help making stages for us to fight, hit your boy up. I'm basically unemployed. I'm a Marvel Strike Force content creator. I don't make money. Hit your boy up, Scopely. Give me a job.
Hey, send him some donations, ValleyFlyin. Come on, send him some donations. God.
Right. No, Scopely send the donations.
Scopely. Well, if Scopely said it wouldn't be a donation. It'd be paid QA tester type thing.
About time someone got paid for doing it.
Nice. All right. So yeah, I like this game mode. I can't wait to test it out, and I can't wait to at least get the 2 diamond gambit. I would like to get the 3 finishing all floors, but if I get 2, I'll be happy with this. Other thing that some people are happy about, some people are not. Horseman events, the good thing about this, they are now reoccurring. They're pretty much permanent, right? They're happening every 2 weeks or so not even on a rotation. They're just happening every 2 weeks. So you can predict that as soon as you get these characters, they're good. But we got some point totals, and this was sent by Juicy here. And I guess these are different if you have certain stars on your Morgan Le Fay or the rest of your horsemen here. These are the point totals he sent. 500K just for the unlock, 700 for the 4-star, 900 for the 5-star, 1.15 for the 6-star, and 1.35 for the yellow, for the 7 yellow. What do you think are the good and bad of this for new players? Or do you think there's more good or more bad for newer and mid-game players that don't have these characters unlocked yet?
I think there's more good in the consistency of it. I know a lot of people don't want to build your web warriors, your dark hunters up. Good news is you never had to. If you like, you could just wait, and then you could have stalled out until you hit level 95 on your account, and then you could build up your secret defenders, and you could smash the Morgan Le Fay first 4 nodes and get 1.5 million. Yeah. With that said, I think there's been a monumental amount of bitching about this. And because I don't think Scopely makes money off of these characters at all, they're probably going to be inclined to add some tags to nodes 5 and 10. Also, that's something that the content creators, and I'm sure the players' voice, are probably pushing for, because we've been very much about like, hey, let's get new players in the game. Let's get them to the end game. Let's get them having fun. So Scopely's been kind of receptive to that, and maybe they're just going to keep it up, and maybe... Who knows? Right. Maybe we're going to get some tags added before you know it. After 4 years, we don't have to use Kree minions to unlock Nick Fury anymore. Actually, 5 years, Nick Fury. So maybe they'll do this in the compressed time, because one of the things that I took away from that Envoy Summit that we went to was they want the new player experience, the mid-game player experience to be a lot better. Solving this apocalypse problem, getting these horsemen at the hands of newer mid-game players does align with that. So I think this is the initial stage. I'm glad they're here now that we have the timing for this. But yeah, if they want to change these scores, change the unlock requirements to get Apocalypse into the hands of everybody a lot sooner, I think that would be good. But what is the proper grind? How much grind should a new player have to do? How much time in the game should they have to spend? 6 months till Apocalypse? A year till Apocalypse? A year and a half? 2 years to Apocalypse? Is that too long? What is the proper time? I'm thinking maybe a year, or would that dissuade people from playing if it's that long? That's way too long for me. Now that I'm starting the new account, I'm hearing about the experience halt around like level 50. And the way I look at this game is the way I look at all other games. We're in the 7th expansion of Marvel Strike Force. Dark Dimension 1 was the first expansion. Dark Dimension 2 was the second expansion. Dark Dimension 7 is going to be the 7th expansion. In my head,
kind of 8 when you take in the Apocalypse, right? Apocalypse is one of them as well, right?
Right. So for me, the Horsemen, that's probably from expansion 6. And we're now in expansion 8. In my head, I'm like, if this was World of Warcraft, I'm not playing through all the other expansions. I want to get to the end game. I want to be part of the end game community. I want to play with the content creators. I want to do what they're doing because they're having fun doing Kyle mode. I think it should be a lot faster than that. I know a lot of salty veteran players are like, no, but I had to grind. Yes, because you were playing during the current expansion.
Yes, and we get the benefit. We get the benefit from Apocalypse for years.
Yes.
Years.
I would love it if, like, Dark Dimension 1, you get it done within the first 2 weeks. Dark Dimension 2, you get it done in the next 2 weeks. Dark Dimension 3, you get it done 2 weeks after that.
I kind of like that. That's way more aggressive than any other game I've seen.
On the new account, I already own all the characters on 2 accounts. Every time I unlock a new character, I'm like, ooh.
You're getting the dopamine hits back again for the new account. I like
Yeah, you know what's going to happen when I get Doom on that new account? It's going to be like, give people the toys to play with.
Dormammu again, yeah. Then eventually Apocalypse. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so yeah, I think I agree with you. I wasn't sure where I stood, but you made some good points there. I do want that in the hands of new players very quickly. All right, but my next point about the actual completing of this. You talked about 4 nodes. Is it possible to do 4 nodes, get that 7-star unlock with this score that you need here, this 1.35? Can you do that with 4 nodes, avoiding Web Warriors, avoiding Dark Hunters? I guess you would still need minions for the Archangel section, but is it possible to just do 4 nodes and get all 7 or all 4 of these horsemen unlocked at 7 stars?
100%. Yes, you can actually get up to 1.5 million, so you can actually shave some of the scourges off and do even less and get 1.5 million. And yes, you got to build minions up for now. Maybe hold off on it. But you only have to build the minions to like gear tier 14 level 75, but don't do it yet. Wait for it. See what happens. Yeah.
When I would do that, I would just build in my minimum minions, put it on auto, leave, come back after a while, and they've beat it. I don't know what the hell happened. I'm not watching those battles, but that's my experience. Did you auto those minion battles, or are you autoing those and just letting it go? Yeah, I think that's the good.
From the beginning, because they get like a billion life, and then they get a billion buffs, and then they revive.
All those death proofs, they get the revive once.
And then they tickle the enemies to death. So it literally, when it was the first run, it was still load in the team, hit auto, watch it. If you won, great. If you didn't win, start it over until everyone survived. And it sucked, and that's dumb. And maybe it won't be the case anymore. Who knows? Give it a couple weeks.
That would be good. Yeah, make it easy. Make all these old events easy. They made all the traditional legendary events easy. Make all these horseman events easy. And then eventually make, the Nova, Black Cat, Green Goblin, those type of not scourges. They are trials. Yeah, make those easy as well eventually. All right,
yes, when the expansion is over, make it easy. Expansion over, make it easy. Apocalypse, 6 months. Boom, here you go. Have fun.
That's a good way to think about this. And we're in 8 stages of this game. We're moving into the 8th stage of this game. And we are moving into the next month-long milestone event, Mechanical Marvel. Good leaderboard events or good leaderboard rewards here. We got some diamonds in this. I think this is the first time we've got diamonds from this. Back to the traditional character release here, although with the current event that we have associated with this, you can get that forge unlocked during the event that's going on right now. You don't have to wait for all 100 shards for this. What did you think of this when you saw this? We don't have a frame anymore. Did that disappoint you, DorkyDad?
No, I've never cared about frame skins ever. I just want
what about the other rewards? What about the other rewards?
Yeah, they're good. It's very, it's indicative of a lot of the month-long events we've had in the past. I think it's great we can get him much sooner than this whole month is going to be. He's a monster in Crucible. He adds a lot to that Xtreme team, giving them the revive threat as well as buffs and cleanse. So he's very impactful.
That team is a problem in Crucible with Forge. Jeez.
Yes, sir. They definitely are. So, and I think it's cool to get this team in people's hands so they can tackle the mutant section.
I think it's great as well. All right, let's talk about the month-long or the event going on right now, Sonic Judgment. This is where if you really push, you can get that Forge unlocked. You would need to get to milestone 16 for that though, and that would get you. So you would need to push a little bit. How much energy are you spending as far as campaign energy and Incursion Energy for the web milestones for this event? Are you trying to max this because it has some good leaderboards? Maybe you already got a diamond for Quicksilver before, and you're not really pushing on this event. How hard are you going for this?
Not super hard, just kind of doing the regular thing we normally do. We're getting as many forge shards as we can without dipping into the 200 core refreshes. And the Incursion Energy can kiss my bum, because that's an awful event. That's an awful campaign to farm. I don't want to farm it. It's awful.
I don't want to either, but I get dark promos sometimes, and that's
okay.
good.
Yeah, so that, and if you need the characters that are in there, cool.
I do need it. There's about 40 characters. I'm still not 7 red stars, so I farm those. But I think I would be happy if I got this. Are you pushing for these forge shards, or are you just spending your normal campaign energy and not spending incursion campaign energy? But what do you do you have a target, or are you just doing what's your normal activity? We're
just gonna see what happens as far as farming the incursion campaign. Yes. In as much as I'm not letting it try and cap at 120 like I normally do, because we have no idea what our energy's at. We can't find it anywhere till we go into the campaigns to find it. Put those lightning bolts at the top.
Scroll all the way to the end to find it.
Put the lightning bolt at the top. I can't keep checking my incursion energy every 4 hours.
Look, there's space, Dorky. They can move this gold over here, move the power cores over here.
Yes.
Red. There's a section for a red lightning bolt. So easy, Scopely. Come on.
Right there. It's right there.
Only been asking for this a few months. We asked for the ISO 8 switch for a few weeks, and boom, it got into the game. We've been asking for this for months, and it's still not here. So
that's right.
We can do things.
You guys on Reddit, get to going, okay? You guys make a lot of things happen in the game. Get it going. Incursion energy, top right.
What is that? Their word search that they're looking for? Their
cloud.
Word cloud. Yes, send it on there. Show incursion campaign energy on the loading screen. That's what we need. All right, let's talk about the new awesome team in the raids, and biggest problem in Cosmic Crucible right now in defense is these guys, the Xtreme XMen. I have taken out Cyclops, put in Rogue, and I have taken out Sunspot and put in Dagger. That's given me the most problems. What is the most problem you're having on Cosmic Crucible with this team? Is it the full team? Is it some hybrid that has Rogue in there? Maybe Dazzler? What is giving you the most problems in Cosmic Crucible with this team?
What's giving me the most problems was, like you said, take out Cyclops for Rogue and take out Sunspot for Dormammu. Giving those revives makes Masters of Evil a little bit trickier, especially if it's a giant Nightcrawler.
That's mean. I didn't think of that one. That's mean.
Yeah. Somebody earlier today put that against me, but it was Sus instead of Dormammu, super-skrull. And I almost one-shot it with Masters of Evil Doom. No Apocalypse. Almost got it done. Unfortunately, my Doom was too big. The scroll didn't push him right away. Kraken problems, I know, but I think there's actually one-shot options for Skrull with these guys. So
some people might consider me a Kraken, but I ran into that same problem with Doom as well. I brought him to Dark Dimension 6. I wasn't sure what I was doing with that. Then it's a double-edged sword bringing that Doom up. So because sometimes he doesn't get pushed, but he does get more damage. So
yeah, exactly. My problem was I couldn't get vulnerables out for Kang to hit into. I ended up falling apart. But this team with Rogue over Cyclops and Dorm or Apocalypse or Skrull over Sunspot in stages 4 or stage 5, because in stage 5 they can't be controlled, right? And in stage 4 they get stealth. It's very tricky. And besides like Superior 6, there's no guaranteed one-shot option. Superior 6 actually does not.
Even Superior 6 doesn't. You got to take out Lizard and put in Vulture, and then that works. All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these guys. We're going to come back to Cosmic Crucible, some other problem defenses that I've noticed. But yeah, this is probably the biggest new problem that we face. Let's talk about them in the incursion raids, not in these milestones. Let's talk about them in the incursion raids. I have, with that level of team, I've been getting pretty much one shot on the first 2 nodes here. Got very close to one shot on the boss node. So my question is, how big does this team need to be able to be to beat the boss node as a one shot? And how big do they need to do to full sim the mutant section? Where is yours? Are you able to do that yet? Or was it just on the test server that you were able to do that?
Yeah, full sim is a tough one. So let me start there. That would be like 6 red star, 7 yellow star gear tray team.
Okay. So the posts on Reddit that I was seeing that are easily simming, those are probably whale counts.
Probably, or like
okay.
So simming works until it doesn't, and then when it doesn't, you're sitting there like, "Yo, really? I got to spend 250 heals on this now." So that's the problem with simming, right? Yeah. I think playing it out, it's just the resistance is the issue. Like if it wasn't for the resistance on the Bifrost members in Raid or on the Morgan Le Fay and the Wong, you can get this done at 3 yellow, 3 red very easily playing it through. Because of the resistance, even with Cyclops giving you like 90%, like Bifrost gets 200.
Morgan Le Fay doesn't get stunned, but they don't get. Wong doesn't get stunned.
It's very annoying. I think around 4 red, 5 red, that's where you're going to start seeing consistent success.
Reliable one shot of the boss.
Yeah, not in that you're going to be landing abilities, but just that the damage you end up doing kind of overdoes it.
Nothing still lands at that point.
Yeah, conspiracy theory hat time. That's why they're giving diamonds out for Gambit. They're like, oh, poopy, the Xtreme team doesn't work. Get Gambit some steroids, get him out there, have him beat the raid for them. Let's go.
Yeah, but it's also making a problem in Cosmic Crucible as well. It's not just making it easier to raids. It's making it harder in Cosmic Crucible with all those diamonds they're giving out for Gambit. It's like that. Doom. It's a double-edged sword.
They love that when we lose in Cosmic Crucible. Then they get to work on the next team to sell us. They're like,
and we gotta build. We gotta use our gold and training mats and T4 so we can beat that the next time. They know all these defensive teams. They're very, very strong. They've done that. Heroes for hire. Yeah, they know what they're doing there.
That's right.
Next thing I want to talk about is the reveal for the Hivemind team. It was revealed in content creator videos. This should be in the blog post tomorrow, though. Venom. We got the new kits for Venom. We got the new kit for Void Knight. Which one impressed you a little? Which one impressed you more?
Venom. No.
Venom.
No, Venom. OG Venom.
Okay, we'll get to him. But between Venom and Silver Surfer, the Void Knight, which one was more impressive as a new character for you?
Oh, Void Knight, hands down. Void Knight looks like Nightcrawler, but like a baby Nightcrawler.
Now, was this the character that they said was going to be good outside of the raids, or was that like Nightcrawler compared? Like, is that Red Guardian, or was that Void Knight, the one with the most plug and play value?
I don't know what they said because I kind of stopped listening to them. But Void Knight with 113 speed, that's really slow, right? But he gets 25% speed bar, which gives him an effective speed around the high 130s. And then he has both of his abilities available turn one. He could sap energy both in raids and outside raids. He'll sap one energy, or he can do a 2-turn ability block and pull everybody in. The ability block only goes to the primary target.
How much of a factor do you think that pull is going to be? That Magneto Polaris like pull that he has on this ultimate here?
Well, in certain plug and play scenarios, it's going to be a lot. Like if you can pull everybody in, and then Kang special can hit everybody, or Moonstone ultimate can hit everybody, rewinding everybody in Crucible. That could be something that Void Knight can do, because everybody hates Ultron. So why put Ultron Masters of Evil when you could put somebody who goes faster, right? I think there's a lot of potential with this character. And in the raid itself, he's doing a lot of damage. Even at 4 red, 4 yellow, he was doing pretty good on the playtest for me.
So as far as these raids and what you feel with the bio and the Rebirth, how much better is this Hivemind going to be than Rebirth?
Right now, I
guess we don't even know the full kit. Yeah, we don't know the kit for Red Guard, and Red Guard is not in the test server, so you're kind of testing out a non-full team. What is your experience with the 4-piece, though?
Yeah, so with the 4-piece and Skrull, they're much more consistent than Rebirth is on the first 2 nodes. Okay. And then they still eat it on the boss node, because Black Cat's bugged. I don't know if people know that. Black Cat on the boss node, her passive is that no bio characters can get speed up. So on the first attack of the raid, she will take the speed up off of Void Knight, Carnage, Venom, and Venom. And then you get destroyed because you don't have speed up on spawn.
So maybe that's what Red Guardian's going to bring, a speed up with a safeguard.
Well, he can't. The safeguard doesn't work because Black Cat stops like Red Hulk in war, and he has safeguard on spawn too, right? The way it's worded, it's kind of like Mysterio.
Some specific thing that's going to counter that Black Cat is what Red Guardian is going to bring.
Speed bar.
More
if he brings speed bar to the entire team, I mean, they get to go, they get to control everything. That's it. Or defense up with safeguard on spawn, or a taunt, and he's got like a bazillion death proofs or something. It'll be something defensive for sure that he needs to bring, or to make them, go fast, the speed bar stuff. But what I would say is, if you are like, should I start investing fresh into Hivemind or put the final touches on my Rebirth team? Get off Rebirth and get the Hivemind, because they're going to be the future, right?
Yes. Now, even with the temporary war bonuses that they have, totally get off of Rebirth.
Yeah, I mean, the war season's going to end in a few weeks anyway.
Gotcha.
And who knows? Maybe they're going to make Hivemind the next war team. Maybe they're going to be like,
maybe what just fell off the Death Seed. Maybe Death Seed's going to be the next one.
That could be too. Yeah, they seem to be trying to give value to the raid teams in both a good and a bad way.
Yeah, I like that they did Rebirth like that. All right, Venom and Carnage. Obviously, you like Venom a lot better. Why do you like Venom so much better than the rework for Carnage? Because Carnage was already pretty good. His passive alone kind of made that team tick, even if he did nothing else. Why do you like Venom so much better?
Yeah, so Carnage on his team, fantastic. He's the engine of the team.
Yes.
But Venom on his own, probably not plug and play because he's too slow. He doesn't do enough interesting things on his first turn. But like when I use them in the Kyle Tower or when I'm using him on the new account, he's getting 10% speed bar or 10% additional speed every time he takes a turn, plus 20% speed bar when he does his basic, which makes him a great striker. If he's doing his basic, he can get 40% speed bar, and then he becomes this like locomotive that he just never stops taking turns, and he's covering everybody bleeds, and he's doing ability blocks, and he's spreading all nasty debuffs, and he does so much damage. You got to remember, when a character spreads debuffs, they become that character's debuffs. So when Carnage puts bleeds out and then Venom spreads those bleeds to other characters, they're not Carnage's bleeds in the sense that it's not Carnage's damage stat that's making those bleeds do damage. It's Venom's stats that's making those bleeds do damage. So the bigger your Venom is, the more those bleeds that you spread are going to do. And I love that about Venom. And also he's really cool. Sure, he's got the stupidest skin in the game, but we can get a new skin for Venom, right? We can get the
his basic skin looks pretty good. You know, you don't even have to equip that Pharaoh one. His basic one looks nice.
True. Not wrong. You're true.
All right, so I think if you convince me, Dorky, I'm going to build this character up right now, not just because he is good, but because of the Kyln tower, the escape from Kyln. I've heard you call it Kyle a few times. Chat has called it. I thought they were misspelling that, but is Kyle a thing that the community is calling it? I'm just not in the loop on that.
I kept trying to say Kyln, Killy, whatever, and people were like how you pronounce it?
Pot in Kyln.
Nope, can't do it. Sorry. Okay. English tongue, can't do it.
All right, I'll try to remember that it's also Kyle. All right.
Yeah, I call it the Kyle Tower. I've beaten the community down to the point where it's now a meme, and we're going to make it, you know what? We're going to have people in Scopely calling it the Kyle Tower.
Well, people have been using my chat all week. I thought they were just misspelling it, but it's a thing. So.
Let's go, Kyle Tower.
All right, Kyle Tower. Let's go. Smash all 40 floors. And new Avengers, how important is this? I know you're a lot more into war than I am. Are they more than just a war team, though? Ronin became farmable in the Arena Store. Mockingbird Bird became farmable. The Blitz Store. Tiger became farmable. Hard Heroes 2-3 replacing Hela. How important is this for most players, or is this for just hardcore war players?
They're a great team. So here's the thing. The lifespan of war teams is longer than any other team in the game. Like Raids, lifespan maybe a year. A war team, especially one that's war offense, could be 2-3 years. Think like Weapon X is still in the meta as a top 10 war offense team.
Shoot, I still see Heroes for Hire in the war defense meta.
That's it. So the new Avengers, they're gonna have life for a long time. So for war, I think it's a great investment. Even if you're not super into war, get the right T4s on them, get them where they need to be. They're gonna give you a lot of value as far as collecting where resources go. Outside of it, obviously they're used in the Green Goblin trial event, which is cool. You need Rebirth for that too now, which is like a really weird place to exist. Maybe we can beat them into taking that requirement off now. So I really like them. I did find a somewhat use for them in Crucible, but then obviously the community comes together and quickly rips that apart. I put Fury in over Thing, which made Coulson go quickly in stage 1. A bunch of assists come in, kill somebody one shot, ruin efficiency, but obviously people came together and ruined that one. Other than that, they're not turbo great. They'll be good in Tower. So here's the thing. They will be good in Tower because Ronin does something that no other character does. He gives speed stat to his team. Oh, that's another thing Red Goblin could do, by the way. Just to backtrack for a second. Red Goblin could be like Ronin. He can give them 35% speed stat in raids and like 15% speed stat. Yeah,
so these are just guesses, guys. We have not seen the kit for Red Guardian, or there's not a test server or anything like that. So they haven't mentioned anything what they want to do with that character. So don't take anything with that.
But Ronin does that. So the team is actually quite fast. 15% speed stat is a lot. I think it makes, for the most part, they're all around 125. I think Tiger's in like the 130 effective starting speed stat. So you could absolutely catch people out that don't remember that, and then all of a sudden they're getting hit by this huge onslaught. I like the team. End of the day, I like the team. It's Hawkeye. I love it. Let's go.
Now, how valuable is Ronin? I know the devs said they wanted to kind of be like the modern day Zemo. Instead of an ability block, though, you're going to get very early blind. Is that your experience with Ronin? Because I mainly use this team only on war offense, countering a mirror match of the new Avengers. What are you noticing with Ronin? Is he having any plug and play value outside of this new Avengers team, or was that just kind of their hope and it didn't really materialize like they wanted?
And that was just their whole. He's really only in war. Yeah. So Zemo, he got his effective speed bar everywhere. He put an ability block. He stripped buffs off. He put slow out as well on his ultimate. Yeah. Zemo is like, if this was the model they tried to copy with Zemo, they failed.
That's what they said. That's what they said at that meeting. They wanted to be like Zemo, but with blind instead of ability block.
Well, then he should have got 35% speed stat in all modes. Because he only gets 15% speed stat, he's still too slow to be used in that sort of regard. He doesn't do buff strips. He doesn't do slow. The blind is cool, but lots of people have unavoidable attacks now, particularly the ones that matter the most, right? The Apocalypses, the Skrulls, the Black Cats, the Robbie Reyes's. Yeah. They all have unavoidable attacks. So what's the good in a blind anyway?
True.
So no, to answer your question.
Not at all. So it was a good experiment, but I guess it didn't work out how they wanted. All right, moving on to this Cold House Cash store. We only have a few more days of it. I have not spent everything. I got a little bit more to spend. Did you spend everything? And if not, and maybe some of your newer accounts, what are you looking for? Is it just these uniques? Are you looking for character shards? Are they even appealing enough? Maybe gold promotion credits, dark promotion credits? What is your main thing that you're going to try to spend if you have any remaining of this cold hard cash? And what should newer mid-game players or end-game players should be looking for at this point? Or is it more roster dependent?
It's very roster dependent, but here's the thing. If you don't have Skrull unlocked, you should be getting gear tier 18s, right? Get Skrull as quickly as you can. Certain characters are worth it. I'm looking at the 3 you have right up there. Not the case. And honestly, a lot of character shards in stores like this.
Pegasus and New Avengers are mainly the unfarmable ones, and now New Avengers are farmable. So
yeah, like to get them unlocked, maybe to get them up to like 4 stars, they're worth it in this store. But
get the next star level, maybe.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like because shards are coming at us a lot faster, which is really good. They have lost value in a store like this. If they were cheaper than what they are in a store like this, then I would say like, oh, this is a great time to really
maybe it's just me because I've been playing this game for so long and shards used to be so valuable. I'm like, oh, I'm getting the shards, but maybe I got to switch my thinking with the introduction of diamonds.
Yeah, with the introduction of diamonds and the increased farm rate, I don't think the value of shards in a store like this is what it used to be. I like the gear tier 18s. I like the dark promo credits. And the unique that you got there, the osmium, of course.
Oh man, right? I wish this popped up every single day.
Yeah, osmium, alien spores. Yeah.
I would buy this all the time. I would spend every single cold on cash on this if it popped up more often.
Yeah.
All right. We talked about Crucible a little bit. One of the more challenging teams nowadays is Xtreme XMen. So yesterday I ran into a tricky defense. It obviously Xtreme XMen are tricky every time, but this Vulture, Skrull, and the 3 secret defenders. Now that big punch that people do with big time Spider-Man, it just does not work. The tech sacrifice does not work correctly. I went in with this one, didn't work, and eventually went in with the Masters of Evil and eventually cleared that. What challenging defenses or things are you seeing in Cosmic Crucible this week? You know, other than what we saw from the Xtreme XMen, what are you challenged by?
Well, this week I was lucky to be faced against the number 1 TCP account in the game, and then the number 2 TCP account in the game, and then now the number 5 TCP. So like,
fun.
I'm just facing these giant monster teams. So I face a lot of.
That's what happens when you win so much, Dorky. Don't be complaining about us from all your winning.
I know. I get so mad. That's why we started dancing. Superior 6 at like 2.5 million is like a different team. It's like, oh, this is fun to play against.
2.5? How you get those many? Jeez, Dorky.
3 diamonds on everything. That's what these guys are getting. I don't tell you.
Jeez.
But so that's a really interesting team. I faced a sus Superior 6, and I'm just like, hey, congratulations. I'm gonna burn attack this because you're being a jerk. You're being too much of a jerk right now.
Did you face that this week when people were getting more points for using it on offense?
No, last week.
Okay. I'm like, man, that's really vindictive.
Yeah. Aside from that, there's 3 teams that I think people are getting wins with for the most part. It's the Xtreme team. You got Dazzler there, but maybe Door, maybe Apocalypse, maybe Sus. The Superior 6 mirror matchup, and then there's the Secret Defenders, Sus, Secret Defenders, Noir, that kind of thing.
I think those are the 3 problems. The Sinister 6 in room 6. The Xtreme XMen, some combo in room 4 or 5, and then something with Skrull and Secret Defenders in either Vulture or Thanos or something in room 1. Those are the 3 most problematic teams. All right, but we have some things coming up related to the symbiotes. It is our new DATAMINES Symbiotic Collective. This isn't super exciting, Dork. This event, new type of showcase. Runs for a longer type event than the normal themed after the team. And I guess it's running longer because Red Goblin's not even in the game yet. And we have no word on when that character is actually coming officially. Challenge difficulty, you're going to need Void Knight, Venom, and Red Goblin. The Hivemind difficulty, you need 5 of these characters at Gear Tier 14, 4 yellow stars. What do you think of these showcase type events? We have one currently running for the Xtreme XMen now. We've had one, I think, for every team since Rebirth. What do you think of these events?
I hate them and they're predatory, unless you're on a new account. Yeah, so it's kind of what it is. It's like a crack in buying it. Thanks for playing super hard. Thanks for using your cores on it. Here's some stuff. Cool, whatever. As a new account, this is really dope because I went into, it was like the test drive or whatever. And for the 3 nodes on a new account, I just had to be level 24. I got 600,000 gold. And then I got 50 shards for Colossus, Storm, Magic, Beast, and Iceman. Yeah, those characters suck. But on a new account, that's a full Blitz team I get to use now.
On a new account, hey, I got to unlock. I don't care if this character sucks. I got this character unlocked.
Yeah, plus the first node of the first difficulty gives experience and gives orange catalyst. So now I'm 4 days in. I haven't seen orange gear yet, and I have 1,200 orange catalyst ready to go for Dark Dimension 2. So here's what I'll say.
I'm glad you started that new account, Dorky. I wouldn't have got that perspective. I wouldn't have thought about these events like that if you didn't mention that just now.
And here's what I'll say. For this, guys, if we're going to do the same thing for Hivemind, great. Do the test drive. Give me the old symbiotes that you've decided to leave in the dumpster. I'll be happy to play with them on the new account. Symbiote Spider-Man's an iconic character, even though he sucks. Give that to the new players. I think it's a great catch-up mechanic. Keep doing that.
Yeah, this story difficulty, you could use any combination of 5 Hivemind and our symbiote characters. I normally avoid that or ignore that because for an endgame player, those rewards aren't that meaningful. But new and mid-game players, yeah, that's a good perspective. I forgot how cool that stuff are. Yeah, so good. This is coming. More beneficial for mid and newer players, unless you are something to spend and you get a bunch of different bonuses for spending. Yeah. All right, we also have the Pact of Wrath. And this looks like this is an offer for Nova's new costume. All right, so the way you're going to get this is how you're going to unlock Nova's new costume. And I hope it's a nice looking costume, at least, because for this, you're going to need to obtain 3 key items. And these items, well, it's going to be a corrupted helmet. That's going to be found in Void Knight's offers. The corrupted armor, that's going to be found in Venom offers. And the corrupted gauntlets, that's going to be found in Red Goblin offers. Is this kind of like these showcase events where if you're going to spend, this is just a bonus? Or do they seriously think people are going to actually push for this Nova costume by buying these?
I mean, I'm sure some people will push for it. People like costumes. For the vast majority of players, I think this is just
costumes. I don't want to buy them, though. I would push and grind an event for a costume.
But at the end of the day, you wouldn't buy the costume. You're probably going to buy one offer for each of these characters because you're going to make a video on it, right?
If I was, this is a good bonus, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. If you're the type of player that's going to buy a character offer for every new character, cool. Here's some free stuff. There you go. Congratulations. This is why we don't have to do their orbs anymore. Here you go. Cool. Whatever. They fund the game. Cool. I don't spend money anymore. I don't care about costumes. I think the vast majority of players are like, that'd be nice. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like they don't care. I don't think they care.
They don't add anything to the game, but I do like them. So I got a couple questions in relation to costume. Okay. Photon, we got an announcement of costume a couple patches ago. Nothing in the game, not an offer, no event. We also have a few other costumes that hopefully I can find. We had a Doctor Strange costume that looked pretty nice. He's pretty low though. Where is my Doctor Strange? Here he is. This was a cool looking costume. Looks way better than the other costume. I like this one. And then the last but not least is the Captain Marvel costume. And there may be more that I'm forgetting because we've had so many costumes announced coming in the game. And I don't think we've had any new costumes in the game. This one here. When are these coming to the game? They were announced patches and patches ago and we've got to nothing. They're announcing this sale for the Nova costume. Does that mean that these are finally coming soon and the Echo one as well? It's supposed to come this patch. Nothing about the Echo costume as well. So what are they just building up these costumes and not releasing them in a game and forgetting about them or forgetting to have offers or events? What are they doing with these costumes, Dorky?
Well, I heard that the costumes only become available when that movie turns a profit. So
So we're never getting these costumes in the game. What about the Echo show though? That's on Disney Plus. That may not be profitable to the outside world. So can we get this one at least, Dorky?
Look, they could pretend that people are getting Disney Plus in order to watch Echo. They could fake that all they want, and they could release a skin. But we all know nobody's watching Echo.
I'm gonna watch Echo, but I'm not getting Disney Plus I get Disney Plus anyway. I'm gonna watch Echo. I'm gonna watch Echo.
This is like the Nova costume to you. You're getting Disney Plus because you got kids. I got Disney Plus because of the Spider-Man show I can put on for the kids. I'll watch Echo. I'll enjoy it. But nobody is sitting there with their Prime account watching Reacher and is like, you know what I should do? I should subscribe to Disney Plus to watch Echo.
I don't know. Maybe if you got done all the episodes of Reacher, then you're like, oh wait, I need something else. I can't wait till next Thursday to get another Reacher episode.
You go back and you watch Reacher season 1, all right? Alan Richardson's
and then you go back and watch the Tom Cruise ones because that's what my wife did after we got done last week.
There you go.
All right. Last but not least, you have a event for a 3-diamond Venom. I don't think this is gonna be before actually this may be before the tower is done. Let's go take a look at this. Allied Engines is gonna be January 16th to the 20th. And as far as when the tower is done, it is 10 days from now. Yeah, we should be getting a potential 3-diamond Venom from this event before the tower is done. Do you suggest some players waiting to get this potential 3-diamond? Because this is related to your alliance. So top alliances, pretty much everyone's gonna have that 3-diamond. Other than that, you're gonna have to battle in raids with Xtreme XMen, get these Allied 2 supply or Allied 3 supply orb fragments. How big of an event is this gonna be? And do you think a lot of alliances are gonna be pushing for this 3-diamond Venom?
I think they will. I think this event is going to be a lot like what the Cyclops raid milestone leaderboard. Raid seasonal leaderboard was like. Cyclops, cool. He's better in raids now. This will make Venom better in raids. Like I suggested earlier, Venom's a little bit too slow off rip to be a great plug and play character, unlike Void Knight, who gets speed bar on spawn. Do you need to wait for this for the Kyle Tower? Nah, man, you can get through it on the 7 red Venom, no problem. Just don't wait. Get the Kyle Tower done, out of the way, chill on it, pretend it doesn't exist when you're done it, and yeah. And get this for fun. Venom's fun.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to battle in raids anyway, and if you have Xtreme X-Men, you're going to use them, and you're going to claim your free claims and just go as hard as you can. And I don't know where the extra points are going to come from. More battles in the raids with Xtreme X-Men or buying these Allied 2 supply orb fragments. I don't know. This is just a data mine, so some things could change. But that is it for the news, brother DorkyDad. Any other things that you want to add? We went through a lot. There's a lot that happened over the past week. There's a lot that's coming up. Anything that we forgot? Is there anything that we need to add?
No, there's like no new cool characters coming that we know of. There's no there's modes. We got the Kyle mode. That's but the coolest thing coming. We have no idea about a new legendary character.
We got it all.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year to you, DorkyDad. I don't think I've officially said it to you. I wish you happy holidays, but Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year too, sir.
Anything coming up on your channel that you want to promote?
I guess you know what? When we're done here, I'm going to go ahead and record a Kyle guide video.
Yes, I need that. I could get to floor 34, no problem. After that, I need some help though, so I'm looking for your help. I'm gonna watch that video and promote it to everybody. Thank you guys for watching. If this video did help you, give you some value, leave it a like. It is free for you, and it tremendously helps us out the channel. And if you want to see what are the ranking of every single team in Marvel Strike Force from best to worst, you should check out that video. I will see you guys next time. And are you ready for a massive fist bump, brother Dorky?
I've been waiting for it all year, Valley.
Here we go. Hulk fist bump for 2024. ValleyFlyin, DorkyDad. Have a great rest of your day, guys. ValleyFlyin, DorkyDad out.